Hi, it's Alex from Groovy Entertainment. Today we got a book on tape to play for you. Today's book is Rags from 1970, so let's get started.
Hello, this is a little golden read-along. On the cover, you can see the name of this book, Rags. Look at the picture on the cover. Now, when you hear the sound of the little golden chime, open the book to the title page. Here is the name of the story again, Rags, written by Patricia Scarry and illustrated by J.P. Miller. This is a story about a dog that almost lost his home with the grocer until he proved that he was a good watchdog. Mr. Calibanny, the grocer, liked dogs. He wanted one for a pet, but his wife was not fond of dogs. One morning, Mr. Smelt, the fisherman across the street, ran out of his store shouting, "Help! I've been robbed!"
"It wouldn't have happened if you'd kept a watchdog!"
shrieked Mrs. Smelt, his fishwife.
"Well, that won't happen to us," said Mr. Calibanny, the grocer. "I'm going to the pet shop right now to get a big, fierce watchdog."
"You know I don't like dogs," sighed Mrs. Calibanny.
"I want the biggest dog you've got," Mr. Calibanny told the man at the pet shop.
"Here's a puppy who'll grow up to be the biggest dog you've ever seen," said the man.
He handed Mr. Calibanny a furry bundle to take home in his pocket.
"So this is a big, fierce watchdog," laughed Mrs. Calibanny. "He looks like a bundle of rags."
And from then on, they called the dog Rags. Mrs. Calibanny made the puppy a nice warm meal. Then she sewed him a little rag doll and stuffed it with dried beans. The puppy took it in his teeth and shook it playfully. He really liked that doll. The first night in the store, the little watchdog was afraid of the dark. He cried and cried.
"Hush, Rags. You come into bed with us and bring your dolly," said Mr. Calibanny.
Rags grew fast. He ate and grew and grew. When the beanbag wasn't in Rags' teeth, he made sure it was close to his paw. If the doll disappeared for even a moment, Rags would howl and howl.
"Huh! Some watchdog," sniffed Mrs. Calibanny.
Rags grew so big that a wag of his tail would knock down a tower of soup cans. He loved everybody.
"Now that he's so big, when is he going to start being fierce?" asked Mrs. Calibanny.
"Oh, pretty soon," her husband promised.
"He'll toughen up when he runs around with other dogs," said Mrs. Calibanny.
But Rags ran away from the first dog he saw. Rags ran away from cats, too. Even inside his own store, he ran away from mice and spiders and Mrs. Calibanny's broom. In fact, Rags felt safer off the floor. He jumped up on the counter with his beanbag doll and curled up beside the cash register.
"Look, Rags Rags is guarding the money like a real watchdog, said Mr. Calibanny proudly.
Rags spent most of his time there.
Oh, well, said Mrs. Calibanny. At least he isn't underfoot.
But one day, Rags upset a jar of honey into the cash drawer. He began to lick up the honey. He got some sticky dollar bills in his mouth by mistake. He ate up $7. Mrs. Calibanny was very angry.
Now he's eating the very money he's supposed to guard. He goes to the pound in the morning, she cried.
Rags, you're no good, but I'm sure going to miss you, said Mr. Calibanny sadly.
Rags sniffled a bit. Then he dropped his beanbag doll on the cash register and fell asleep. The grocer went out the back door to empty the garbage. Out there in the night, a robber was waiting. He nipped in the door as soon as Mr. Calibanny turned his back. He tiptoed over to the cash register to steal the money. He was not afraid of Rags, who was fast asleep. He had heard all about Rags, but when the robber tossed the beanbag doll to the floor, Rags woke up. Rags was angry. He leaped at the robber and knocked him down. Then he sat on him and barked. Mr. Calibanny heard Rags barking and ran into the store. He saw the robber and shouted,
Help! Police!
When Officer Duffy got there, Rags was still sitting on top of the robber, his beanbag in his mouth. Rags was a hero. His picture appeared in the newspaper.
I told you he'd grow into a big, fierce watchdog, said Mr. Calibanny proudly.
And he did, agreed Mrs. Calibanny, smiling at Rags.
Rags wagged his tail happily and shook his beanbag doll.
So that was Rags for 1970. So if you like, subscribe, share, and comment, have a groovy day. And our next book will be Tigger and the Giant Waves.